Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to our 15th lesson of our simplified Tajweed series, which is a series of Tajweed lessons introduced by Quran University uniquely designed Quran learning management system with the purpose of introducing Tajweed in a modern and easy approach. Through this series of lessons, you'll be introduced to Tajweed rules using a unique, modern, and innovative approach to teach Tajweed, utilizing the color codes of Mushaf al-Tajweed as a common denominator to link between those lessons and Tajweed rules. With such approach, we aim to make the understanding of Tajweed rules much easier and help you to practically apply those rules while reading the Quran. So let's start Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim with our topic for this lesson, which is an introduction to Meem Sakinah rules, during which we're going to elaborate on the idgham and idhar of the Meem Sakinah. If you remember what we have discussed in the previous lesson, where we have introduced the concept of two letters convergence. In this lesson, we'll show you that the Meem Sakinah, the still Meem, is actually no more than a special case of the two letters convergence. In this introduction on Meem Sakinah rules, we prepare you for the following lesson on ikhfa of Meem Sakinah. Let's revise what we have learned in the previous lesson, where we have mentioned that we have four possibilities for the convergence of any two letters, which can be either identical, similar, close, or distant letters. And we defined each one of those and the difference between them. Then we talked about the probabilities of vowelization versus still status of those two letters. And those four probabilities would be based on the first and second letter haraka and sukun, where the first probability was having the first letter being still and the second letter being vowelized. And then we mentioned that the associated Tajweed rules will be based on this order. So with this first situation, there was idgham and idhar. And then there were the other three other possibilities or probabilities with the Tajweed rules associated with them. We'll realize that the rules of Meem Sakinah is a special case of two converging letters. The first one is a still Meem followed by a vowelized letter, whatever it is. The two converging letters will be identical if we have a Meem and Meem. And if we want to take an example of the similar letters, we have the Meem and Ba. They are similar because they both articulate at the lips. They are both labial letters. An example of closed letters is Meem and Noon, since both shares the characteristic of Gunnah, nasalization, while an example of distant letters is Meem and Ain, since they neither shares the articulation point nor any of their characteristics. Let's look at this example. وَجَاءَهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يُوعَدُونَ. Meem Sakinah has met with a Meem mutaharrika, identical letters. First is still, second is vowelized. Meem Sakinah met Meem mutaharrika. We realized that the convergence of Meem Sakinah with the following letter always comes in two words. Let's take an example. وَجَاءَهُمْ. If we look at the first word, end of it has a Meem Sakinah. مَا يُوعَدُونَ. Second word has a Meem with fatha, mutaharrika. The convergence of the two memes happens in two words. First silent with sukun, while the second one has haraka. So still Meem Sakinah at the end of one word has met a following letter of the beginning of the following word. Similarly, فَحْكُمْ, look at the Meem Sakinah here, بَيْنَهُمْ. We realize that the still Meem, the Meem Sakinah, at the end of the first word had met with the Ba mutaharrika at the beginning of the following word. As a conclusion, we realize that Meem Sakinah comes always in two words, unlike the Noon Sakinah. The Noon Sakinah had two possibilities, where it might come in two words like the Meem Sakinah, but in addition to that, it has the possibility of coming in a single word, contrary to the Meem Sakinah, which comes always in two words. With that background, we can now understand the Tajweed rules of the Meem Sakinah, of the still Meem. The first rule is idgham, merger of the Meem Sakinah. جاءهم Meem Sakinah, followed by another Meem, Ma, in a second word. جاءهم ما. We actually merge these two memes together. We merge the first meme into the second meme to produce a meme with shadda. جاءهم ما. جاءهم ما. Look at the Quran. ثم جاءهم ما. Meem Sakinah with Meem following it, and we'll notice that we don't show the sukun here on the first Meem, but a shadda on the second Meem which is now appearing in green, indicating idgham with ghunna. Still Meem plus vowelized Meem, Meem with fatha, results in idgham, which is given the color green. It happens only with Meem. So idgham only happens with Meem, two identical letters. First Meem with sukoon, followed by a Meem which is vowelized. So idgham or merger of Meem Sakinah is actually an idgham of identical letters given ghunna. Now we'll move to the next hukum, which is ikhfa. Ikhfa or masking. Ikhfa of Meem Sakinah. فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ. In this case, we have a Meem Sakinah followed by a letter ba, which is vowelized. It has a fatha. فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ. What we do is we make ikhfa for the Meem, masking the Meem Sakinah, eliminating the oral articulation of the Meem, yet preserving its nasal articulation. فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ. فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ. فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ. Meem still Sakinah with ba vowelized gives us labial ikhfa, and we call this ikhfa labial or labial masking in order to differentiate it from the ikhfa of the noon. Since the Meem is a labial letter in its articulation, while the noon is an oral lingual letter in its articulation. So whenever we hear labial ikhfa, we know it's related to the Meem. Now we're going to discuss the second rule for Meem Sakinah, which is idhar, exposure. And the same thing we've said in our lesson related to the Noon Sakinah about its idhar, about its exposure, applies here, where we said that idhar means exposing the pronunciation of the letter clearly without any modification, neither applying idgham, nor ikhfa, nor iqlab, nor any other modification of the letter, where the letter is pronounced as it appears. Now, let's take an example that explains why exposure is needed. لهم فيها ميم ساكنة followed by a letter with haraka. Now, لهم فيها, if we try, for example, to merge the Meem into the fa, it would result in a very funny word like this. له فيها, then such merger is not proper. The meaning and the word has changed totally. That's why such merger is not allowed. We have to clearly expose the pronunciation of the Meem and the fa, where both letters has to be exposed. They have to be pronounced as clear as they are written. That's why idhar is necessary whenever a letter fa follows a Meem Sakinah. Idhar is the rule unless otherwise indicated, in which in Mushaf al-Tajweed would be given no special colors, because whatever you see in black should be pronounced clearly. Lahum fiha. Lahum fiha. Color black is given for idhar letters. So still Meem with a vowelized fa leads to labial idhar, labial exposure. And as we said, it's labial because it's related to the Meem to differentiate it from the idhar of the Noon Sakinah, because Noon Sakinah is a lingual letter while the Meem is a labial letter. So idhar, as we said, is the rule unless otherwise indicated. So idhar is always the rule with any letter that follows the Meem Sakinah, with the exception of only two letters, the Meem and ba, where the rules are idgham with ghunna for the Meem and ikhfa for the ba. With that, we can summarize the rules of the Meem Sakinah, that the Meem Sakinah has three possible tajweed rules arising whenever it converges with another letter of the alphabet. The three rules are ikhfa, and we call it ikhfa'un shafawi, labial ikhfa, and idgham, merger, and idhar, labial idhar, exposure, labial exposure. So, labial, masking, merger, labial exposure. Ikhfa shafawi, idgham, idharun shafawi. Now, the rules, whether ikhfa or idgham or idhar, are based on the letter that follows the Meem Sakinah. So ikhfa comes when the following letter is a ba, and it's only the letter ba that causes ikhfa of the Meem Sakinah. idgham comes with only one letter, which is the Meem, and that idgham is an idgham with ghunnah. So one letter causes the idgham of ghunnah of the Meem Sakinah, which is the letter Meem. While idhar is caused by all the other letters of the alphabet except the Meem and Ba. Let's now take some examples on the idgham with ghunnah for the Meem Sakinah. And we'll start with the first example. في قلوبهم مرض. We find there's a Meem Sakinah here, followed by a Meem with haraka. In this case it's a fatha. So the still Meem, the Meem Sakinah, was followed by a vowelized Meem, Meem with haraka in two words. The first Meem in the first word, the second Meem in the second word. قلوبهم مرض. What we do is we take the sukoon out, keep the Meem without sukoon, and merge the two Meems together, producing a Meem with shadda. Merge the still Meem, the first Meem, into the second Meem, producing a Meem with shadda. And since it is now stressed, the Meem is stressed because we've merged the two Meems together, we augment the ghunnah, since the ghunnah of the first Meem will be added to the ghunnah of the second Meem, producing a significant ghunnah. That's why we give it the color green. قلوبهم مرض. قلوبهم مرض. قلوبهم مرض. We realize that the ghunnah has been exaggerated due to the merger of the two Meems together, and that's reflected by a shadda on the second Meem and giving the second Meem the color green. So it's idgham with ghunnah. Now we'll take the second example. خلق لكم ما. لكم ما. First Meem in the first word, Sakinah, as we see. Second Meem in the second word, again with a vowel. In this case it's a fatha. And the two Meems now, the hukum is to bring them together. لكم ما. So what we do, we merge them, producing a shadda on the second Meem and adding the two ghunnahs together and reflected by the color green. So we merge the still Meem, first Meem, into the second Meem, producing a shadda on the second Meem, given the color green, indicating ghunnah. لكم ما. لكم ما. لكم ما. Third example. أطعمهم من جوع. أطعمهم, Meem Sakinah in the first word, followed by min, Meem with kasra in the second word. So the still Meem, the Sakinah Meem, followed by a vowelized Meem with kasra in two words. The hukum, أطعمهم من. We're going to remove the sukoon from the first Meem, and we're going to add a shadda for the second Meem, because we merge the two Meems together and reflect that with the shadda with kasra on the second word, and give it ghunnah, because we're going to merge the two ghunnahs into one ghunnah. So merging the still Meem, the first Meem Sakinah, into the second Meem, producing a shadda and ghunnah reflected by the color green. أطعمهم من. أطعمهم من. أطعمهم من. And with this we conclude our examples on idgham with ghunnah. And we'll move now to the examples on idhar, on exposure of the Meem Sakinah. We're going to take the first example, لهم جنات. Meem Sakinah followed by a letter other than a Meem and other than a Ba. In this case, the still Meem followed by a vowelized letter in two words other than the Meem and Ba. In this case it's the Jim. The Jim has a fatha, vowelized, and it's not Meem, it's not Ba. Then the hukum would be idhar. لهم جنات. Both the Meem with sukoon and the Jim with fatha would be exposed, clearly pronounced without any alteration. No ikhfa, no idgham, no iqlab. They will be always clearly pronounced as they are written. And that's basically what idhar is. So what we'll do, both letters should be pronounced clearly, and that is basically idhar, which means exposure, and that's why it's given the normal color of writing, which is black. Second example, في أموالهم حق. Meem Sakinah followed by another letter, the ha. So the still Meem, the Sakinah Meem, followed by a vowelized letter other than the Meem and Ba. Ha is not a Meem, not a Ba. In that case, we're going to have إظهار حكم أموالهم حق أموالهم حق, and both letters should be pronounced clearly, which is basically إظهار, and given the color black. Third example, وأنتم داخرون. We'll find that the meem of the first word, Meem Sakinah, followed by a dal, a vowelized letter with fatha, and that letter is not a Meem and Ba, so it's a dal. In that case, the hukum is إظهار for both letters. أنتم داخرون. Both letters should be pronounced clearly, and that's basically إظهار or exposure, and it's given the color black. أنتم داخرون. أنتم داخرون. Both letters are pronounced clear. Now we're going to apply what we have learned in a practical sense. In this ayah of Quran, the shaded ayah, we are going to extract idgham with gunna for nun sakinah. So let's look for a meem that has been given the color green indicating gunna, and that is basically the second meem in idgham with gunna of the Meem Sakinah. And let's see here, this Meem Sakinah followed by a meem that has been given the color green, and the hukum here أطعمهم من أطعمهم من. We're going to merge the first Meem Sakinah with the second meem, producing a shadda and a color green indicating the gunna. أطعمهم من. Another example is here آمنهم من. Meem Sakinah followed by a meem with kasra, converting the second meem to produce shadda, and both are merged together, producing an exaggerated gunna. آمنهم من. And now let's look at these two ayahs and try to extract إظهار for nun sakinah from them. And remember that إظهار is given the black color. The exposed still meem with إظهار and the following letter would both be given the color black. So let's see here. لم يلد. لم يلد. Both the meem and the ya are given the color black, and both are pronounced clear. لم يلد. Next example is لم يولد. لم يولد. Again, the meem with sukoon and the ya with dhamma, both are pronounced with إظهار clearly. لم يولد. One more example. ولم يكن. لم with sukoon and the ya with fatha, both are pronounced clearly. لم يكن with إظهار. Now we're going to summarize the whole lesson in one slide. In this lesson, we realize that the Meem Sakinah is a special case of convergence of the two letters. We have also introduced the Tajweed rules for Meem Sakinah, and then elaborated on the idgham and idhar of the Meem Sakinah. The idgham, we took the situation where idgham is to be applied. It is when the Meem Sakinah meets another vowelized meem, and in that case, it's only the letter meem. The rule: merge the still meem, the first meem, Sakinah, with the second meem, the Meem Mutaharrika, producing a shadda and maintaining gunna for 2 units. The example: في قلوبهم مرض. Meem Sakinah followed by meem with fatha, both of them produce a meem with shadda. قلوبهم مرض. Another example would be خلق لكم ما. Then we took the idhar, where we explained that the idhar happens when the Meem Sakinah meets any letter other than the meem and the ba. So the letters for idhar are all letters apart from meem and ba. The rule: keep both the Meem Sakinah and the following letter fully exposed, which means pronounced clearly without any modification. And we took examples such as لهم جنات and أموالهم حق. في أموالهم حق. With this, we reach the conclusion of this introduction on the Meem Sakinah rules, in which we have elaborated a bit on the rules of idgham بغنة and idhar of the Meem Sakinah, while the ikhfa of the Nun Sakinah will have a full lesson dedicated for it, which is the following lesson. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that بعونه وقدرته, that the Quran learning management system, برنامج الجامع لحفظة كتاب الله, would help you, inshallah, to improve your tajweed and improve your tilawah and help you in improving your recitation and help you, if you want, in memorizing the Quran and to help you understand the Quran in the proper way. As we reach the end, we ask Al-Mawla Azza wa Jal أن يتقبل منا هذا العمل. We ask Allah Almighty to accept this work from us, and we ask you to make dua for those who participated in making this work come to life and reach you. Hoping you all the best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.